Hi, Jessica. How are you? You look beautiful. Congrats on season 3. We're excited to see your character back because there were some changes, especially for her career. So she embarks on a new career change with the Border Patrol at the end of last season. So there was speculation that you may not return, but you're back. And now you're stumbling across some really crazy drug smuggling operations. What can you tell us about adjusting to her new life and the implications of getting involved?
Well, she's coming off of the reserve and she's on Border Patrol now, and very common with Indigenous people leaving the reserve for the first time. It's a different jurisdiction, a different way of life, and you'll see Bernadette trying to navigate that this year. Without giving too much away, I'll just say a really cool thing that I'm proud of is that her character is exploring a little bit more of her own sexuality. And historically speaking, I've worked on a lot of shows where I've always been resistant to over-sexualizing an Indigenous woman, but I feel like in part of normalizing and humanizing a Native person in, I guess in cinema, it's like we have to show this because, love is real. Native people go through love and relationships and those kind of stories. So I felt very empowered to play a character that gets to explore that this season as well, besides just being on the border.
And picking off of the way women are portrayed, especially, like you said, in indigenous cultures, what can you talk about with the racism and sexism, the way the character's portrayed?
Yeah, I guess like snowballing and continuing what we were just talking about. I would say, Bernadette is still a woman in the 1970s and a Navajo woman on top of it, having to navigate a man's world. So you still see a lot of that happening. And how being the courageous and bold character that she is, how she overcomes that. And again, going back to exposing some parts of her own sexuality, you see there's a interesting vulnerability connected to that, and potentially a side of Bernadette we've never seen before, I guess what I'm trying to say and ramble on about here.
Yeah, she definitely balances like empathy and being a badass.
Girl, you can get more of that this season, I'll say that. So, yeah.
Thank you so much. It was so nice to meet you. Congrats.
Thanks so much.
You can describe your new season.
Definitely.
I